Hey guys, this is the first edition of AFL 101. First off, I'm going to teach you how to grip the ball. When you get the mark, you get it. It's not like our football where we tuck it in and we run and we try to stiff arm and go for the end zone, because one, we have to dribble every 15 meters in this sport, and or you handball or you kick it. So rule number one is to find a grip that suits you best. It's equivalent to basketball, which is triple threat. Triple threat, as you know, is either shooting, passing, or dribbling. Well, it's the same thing. You want to get your hands right, and it's always the same. So when you catch the ball, what I like to do, and it took me a while to figure out which grip I wanted to use to make that I was comfortable with, because the size of my hands, as you can see, my hands is fairly big. Other guys might have smaller hands, might have bigger hands. It all depends on how your hand is. A little side note that I had to figure out is that I can't really spread my left hand that wide, but I can spread my right hand really wide. So my right hand's a little different from my right. But those are the things that I had to pick up on when I had to find out the best position for my hand to be on the ball as I kick. Now when I just gripped it like that, that's how I originally gripped it when I first started playing. I gripped it up here on top, and I just dropped it like that. It went to here, went to here, went to here. It went to on the bottom here, where I put it in between my ring finger and my middle finger. It went to the middle finger, went to this, and now what suits me, which might not suit you, but as a rule of thumb, I like putting my ring finger on here as if I'm playing baseball, and I use the seam to throw to get that grip, that leverage off of it. I use that as grip because sometimes the ball might be really slick and sweaty from either the boys or Mother Nature with the rain. So I, as a rule of thumb, I like putting my hands on the grip here and on the seam right here. This is easy access to either, like I said, kicking or handballing, and it's just a slight variation. If it's a kick, it's the same thing. If you're going to kick on your left, it's the same thing. I just get it off here, put my thumb over a little bit more, and I drop it right there. Same thing, right, boom. All right, now I'm going to teach you how to handball. All right, so when you get to your target, it's going to be a quick flip. You're going to hold it underneath. You're going to angle it off so it's like a rocket. So the forward part of the ball is going to aim to the sky, or as if it's right over the person that you're trying to hit, right over his head. Some birds in the background. So you're gonna aim it up as if it's gonna go up, but you're just gonna punch it right here. So basically what you want to do is, you don't want to have it the way I did it when I first started. Was like volleyball. I had it up here and I just went over here, and it had that top spin. Yeah, I can obviously do that, but it's not really good, because you're either going to get hit and the accuracy might get knocked off, and or you won't have that much power, because if you hit it right here and the bottom right here, you can see it has natural backspin. That cuts through the wind, and it increases the accuracy on it and the power and leverage on it. Also, what I want you to focus in on is, don't have the ball too far away. You'll lose power, you'll lose leverage. That way, because you might be able to get it off if you get tackled, and it's just a 2 meter, 3 meter handball, but it's best to always keep it as close to your body as you can. That allows yourself to have the most power and leverage for that ball to get to your teammate as fast as you can. And so right here, bam. So you make a fist, get the ball, make a fist, try to show off the guns a little bit, and then bam. And when you do that, after you handball, it's best, as a rule of thumb, to catch your hand. It's just a good way to show the referees, the umpires, excuse me, they call them umpires here, that it's not an illegal handball, as if you elevate it. You can't do that. It has to come out from your hand to your hand, out of the hand, okay? So it's a good way just to catch it, just to catch your hand and make that fist as if you're gonna punch your hand. All right. Next step, I'm going to teach you how to bounce. Before you kick, the best thing I learned was I actually got on my knees because the grass right here. It's pretty thick. It's not really bouncy, but I'll try and do my best. Get your triple threat position and make it as realistic as you can by I'm a righty, so you're going to take a left foot step and you're to kick, right? Well, it's the same thing. When you're just like basketball, usually when you do a right hand dribble, you're always stepping with your left and you dribble. So that's what I started doing right when I first got the ball. Took my left step just to get my muscle memory and fundamentals down pat, so when I got on the field it was very natural for me. So I just do that. Just pound it. It doesn't bounce up as high as it would on a cement floor or a sprung floor, a wood floor, a basketball court, or a carpet at home, but I'm doing the best I can with this grass right here. But needless to say, it was very hard for me when I first started. I just thought because I was a basketball player, bouncing would be the easiest part. Well, it took me a good couple weeks to just master it, but once I did, it comes really easy. Basically what you need to focus in on is get your triple threat, and as you're about to throw it, this part of the ball, the rocket pointer, has to hit the bottom, it has to hit the ground here. When you do that properly, it'll come back up, right back up to you, you see. Now I go with my left, step within my right foot. Same thing. If that's too hard right now, as you're doing it, go get on your knees. It's a shorter, less room for air, and just do that. I would do this while watching TV for hours as I was waiting to go outside the next day or at night after I played. Just do the same thing, and it's the same thing. By doing that, it allows you to get that muscle memory, it allows that fundamentals, the same thing. So when you get up here and you get it better, you just do it better and better. And like anything, always do 2 on your right, 2 on your left. That way you're dual-sided, and you're not one-sided. When you go to I've seen too many guys at the highest level don't really have a good left hand. So the key is, when you start a new sport, try to do everything both sides, so you're talented on both ways, and you don't always have to be one-sided. All right. Now I'm going to teach you how to kick, real short. Same thing. Get your triple threat. I'm going to kick with my left foot right now. So take my right foot step, keep it as close as you possibly can to your body. When I first started, my arms were bent like this, and I was reaching, I put the ball out here. The key is, the more accuracy you have is when you have the ball right down your leg. So meaning this is right here, right there, instead of out here or your bent elbow. That's not good, because that'll increase the opportunity to mess up or not be as accurate as you possibly can. And 2, after you kick, you want to point. Here you go. After you kick, you want to point, so you drop, and you want to follow through as if you're taking a step. So you want to land on it. The best thing to do is, after you kick, and take a step. Have your toe pointed to where your teammate is. Point and walk through it. That's the best way to keep your fundamentals strong. And the more, just like in any other sport, if your hips are pointed to where they want to go and they land where they want to go, more times than not, the ball will go where that is. When I first started, and even still today, I might kick and I might swing like this, and I might fall. More times than not, it's gonna go over here, or I'm gonna shank it. It's gonna go on the side of the foot, and it's gonna go to the left. So, rule of thumb, get it, keep it close to your body, be balanced on both sides, take a step in, keep it up. I like doing that. I like holding it just for the short kicks when I'm doing the 5-meter kicks to work on my fundamental, and then take a step down. When you first start, don't go past 5 yards. Start as close as you can. When I first started, I had my mom catching just 5-yard kicks, just to so I can get my fundamental down. And then eventually, when I had my best buds, who are much bigger and stronger and can catch it and don't worry about breaking their nails. We increased it to 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 yards, and so on until I got good enough to go for set shots. So I hope that helped. This is the first of many more to come, and just remember, 2 on the right, 2 on the left, and find the right grip for you, all right? Because every grip is different.